Hello everyone, welcome back to EduTap, and I hope you all guys are doing absolutely good and you all are safe and healthy also. Now in this particular video we will discuss all the details related to IRDAI Assistant Manager, which is a grade A job. Now first of all, why there is a need to discuss the complete details for IRDAI Grade A 2025. Simply because many students were asking regarding this, that whether the news about IRDAI recruiting grade A managers, 40 grade A managers every year from 2025 onwards, is it true or not? Definitely it's true, because IRDAI has given a proper document for it, and I have inserted the screenshot also. Now if IRDAI is planning to recruit 40 assistant managers starting from 2025, 2026 and to 2027 also, and if you see the previous year, which is 2024, healthy number of vacancies were out from the IRDAI also. Okay, so there is an utmost need, there is an urgent need to discuss all the details related to IRDAI. And yes, if you are willing to appear for this particular exam, then this video is for you. Okay, I will try to make this particular video as short as possible, but I will give you maximum details in the best period of time. Okay, so these are the topics which we will discuss in this particular video. First and foremost, we will discuss the salary, then the eligibility, then the pattern, and then the syllabus also. Okay, starting with the salary, which is the most talked about topic. See, IRDAI offers you a good, healthy salary. If you see the breakup, IRDAI has a basic pay, which is a basic allowance of 44,500 rupees. Then you add the DA, which is your DNS allowance. Then grade allowance, spatial allowance, family allowance, spatial compensatory allowance, local allowance, and HRA also. So if you see the basic structure of the salary is made like this only, and it comes around approx 1,37,000. But this is not the updated data, because IRDAI has recently has made certain amends in the HRA. And if you see the total compensation, which is the gross compensation, comes out roughly around 1,46,000. But this is the basic compensation. You also have to add the multiple perks and allowances which you will get once you are working with one of the best regulatory bodies, which is IRDAI. So if you see, these are the multiple, I would say, allowances and perks which you will get additionally with your basic salary or with your basic structure of salary. Okay, so if I add 1,46,000 to all these different allowances and perks which I will be getting, children allowance, 180 liters of petrol, mobile allowance, household clearing allowance, Sodexo for food coupons, very famous, right? Furniture allowance, newspaper, other allowances, then roughly the total compensation package comes out around, I would say, what, 1,80,000 or to 2 lakh. But your in-hand salary will be roughly around, after all the deductions of income tax, your NPS contribution, it will roughly come around 1,10,000 or 1,20,000 roughly. Okay, because it depends, right, on which city you are posted and multiple other things. But if you see, IRDAI will definitely give you a good handsome salary. Okay, so this is your basic structure which is showing on my left, and on my right you have perks and allowances. But your total take home salary after all the deductions will be roughly around 1,10,000. Okay, now if you invest this particular salary, if you invest 20% of it, all that, mutual fund saga, then definitely you can become very wealthy in a very, I would say, what, in a very moderate period of time, 10 to 15 years, you will definitely have a good fortune with you. Okay, so salary part, I think IRDAI is taking care of all its employee, and yes, IRDAI is one of the best organization also to work for India. Okay, because IRDAI looks after all the insurance sector companies, all the brokers, all the different entities who are working in insurance. So if you want to contribute towards the growth of Indian economy, the growth of Indian financial system, then definitely IRDAI is a place for you. Moreover, salary part we have discussed. Now if you want to get this salary, definitely you also have to clear the exam. So let's move forward. Next point which we will discuss is the eligibility. So salary part is done. Now we are discussing the eligibility. IRDAI basically checks your eligibility on 2 points. Okay, 2 points. First is related to age, and the second one is related to your education. Okay, now when it comes to age, IRDAI simply says your age should be minimum of 21 years and max to max of 30 years. So your minimum age is 21 and your maximum is 30. But this is only for general category students. For those who are coming from ST, SCs and OBC, you have a relaxation over here. For SC and ST, the relaxation of 5 years. So basically the minimum age for SC and ST will be 21 only, but their maximum age will be up to 35. For OBC, which is your other backward classes, your minimum age will be 21 to maximum 33. And for PWD students, they can see their respective, I would say, age relaxation from the image itself. Okay, so this is related to age, and every time when the notification is released, IRDAI also announce a cutoff date for which you have to take it as a reference. Okay, if you are falling in the bracket of 21 to 30, definitely apply for this particular exam because it will add your value to your preparation and it will also increase your knowledge level. Okay, so this is the first point related to age. Then second one is education. Education for journal stream of IRDAI basically says that you need to get a graduation in any discipline, be it in hotel management, be it in science, be it in commerce, be it in management, be it in political science, be it in economics, whatever graduation you have done from any recognized University of India, you need to get minimum 60% of marks in your graduation, that to aggregate. Okay, aggregate, not semester wise. It's like aggregate what you have got. You have to just tell to the IRDAI. Okay, so I again repeat, for eligibility, you have the age and the education. Age has to be minimum 21 to 30, and then there are certain relaxations for ST, SC, OBCs, and PWD students. Okay, and for your education background or for your education eligibility, you need to just have a basic graduation with minimum 60% of marks. But this is again for journal category students, for I would say STs and ST categories, schedule caste and schedule tribe. They might have a, I would say what, a relaxation of 5%. By which I mean, if an SC and ST student is having 55% of marks in their graduation, that they can also apply for this particular post. Okay, no relaxation in the terms of education is provided to OBC students. Okay, OBC students can only claim for age relaxation and not for education, I would say, relaxation. Okay, I hope eligibility point is also very much clear to all of you. So if you are a simple graduate in any discipline, if you have 60% and above, please apply for this particular exam, provided that your age criteria is also fulfilled. Okay, so till now, if you see, we have discussed the salary, which is again a very handsome factor to prepare for, and we have also discussed the eligibility. Now is the time to focus on pattern and the syllabus, because you need to understand the pattern and the syllabus, then only you will be able to appear in this particular exam, right? Now the pattern of IRDAI Grade A or IRDAI Assistant Manager is exactly the same as of you are appearing for RBI SEBI, right? So pattern is like you have to appear for phase 1, then phase 2, and then your interview will happen. Interview is basically like a phase 3, and then I would say what, your final selection will happen based on your performance on phase 2 and your interview. Okay, so let's move forward to discuss more about pattern right now. Now when it comes to the pattern, there are three phases: phase 1, phase 2, and interview. In phase 1, you just have to remember it is qualifying in nature. You just have to clear it. You just have to clear the cutoffs. Okay. Phase 2 and interview are merit. By merit, I mean the more you score, the better it is. Okay. Now first let's discuss regarding phase 1. Phase 1 mein hota kya hai? Let's try to understand it. In phase 1, you will have a total paper on one day itself. It will be a computer based test, and you will get 160 questions which you have to solve in the 90 minutes. Okay, 90 minutes is 1 full hour and 30 minutes more. So it's like 1.5 hours. Okay, so you will get 160 questions, and these 160 questions will be divided into four parts. What are these four parts? First is reasoning, second one is English, third one is GA, and the fourth one is quantitative aptitude, which is your mathematics. Each section will have 40 marks. Okay, so 40 into 4 is 160, right? And each question will be of 1 mark. Okay, so you just have to multiply by 1, so your maximum marks of that particular section will come out. Okay, so 40 marks of reasoning, 40 marks of English, 40 marks of GA, and 40 marks of quantitative aptitude. A very basic structure which IRDAI has followed. 160 questions, 40 questions each section. There are 4 sections. You just need to get, I would say what, a good number of marks to clear this particular phase 1. Now when it comes to marks, please understand that there is a sectional cutoff. That there is a sectional cutoff for each section which you have to clear, plus there is an overall cutoff also. Overall cutoff is also there. So basically, if you see, you have to clear 5 cutoffs. That's why clearing phase 1 itself is a big challenge. Why 5 cutoff? Cutoff of reasoning, cutoff of English, cutoff of GA, cutoff of quantitative aptitude, and you also have to clear the overall cutoff. So basically you have to clear 5 cutoff, then only you can move ahead to phase 2. Okay, and yes, there is a negative marking. There is a negative marking of 0.25, okay, per question. Okay, and yes, also please remember that this is just qualifying. Qualifying basically means what? The moment you score above the cutoff, what is the margin you are scoring, that is not important. For example, there are two students, Ram and Sham. Ram has scored 100 marks above the cutoff. Sham has scored just 1 mark above the cutoff. Both will move ahead to phase 2, because over here you just have to clear the cutoff. You do not have to become a topper, because phase 1 is just qualifying in nature. And yes, what is the level of difficulty? Difficulty over here is not of RBI level. It is somewhere, I would say, easy to moderate only. Easy to moderate only. So difficulty over here is not a big challenge. Those students who are not able to clear phase 1 of RBI, because RBI phase 1 is quite tough. But if you come to IRDAI phase 1, definitely it is comparatively easier than RBI. Questions are of easy to moderate level only. Okay, we will discuss about the syllabus, what chapters you have to do in reasoning, quantitative aptitude a bit later. Right now, allow me to move ahead to phase 2. Okay, currently we are understanding the pattern only. Now, when it comes to phase 2, this is the exact thing which you have to remember. In phase 2, which will again be a kind of a test which will happen on the same day, you will get 3 papers over here. You will have to attempt the paper, I would say, in 3 different ways. By which I mean there will be 3 papers which you have to give. Paper 1 English, paper 2 is ESI impacting insurance, and paper 3 is insurance and management. So these 3 papers will happen on one single day. Okay, one day only. Now what will happen over here is, unlike you see in RBI and NABARD wherein you have objective plus descriptive, over here the paper is completely descriptive. And yes, by descriptive I mean that you have to write your answers on pen and paper. With the help of pen and paper I mean. A question will appear in front of you in the computer screen. Okay, a question will appear, and then you have to write your answer on the given set of paper which is given to you by the examination authorities itself. So question will appear, and then you have to write your answer on the answer booklet which is given to you. Okay, so these 3 papers are English, ESI impacting insurance, and insurance and management. Okay, so descriptive, full descriptive, you will not even get one question of objective over here. If you see, phase 1 was purely objective. Phase 1 was purely objective, but phase 2 is purely descriptive in IRDAI. Okay, and you will have each paper of 100 marks, and there is 1 hour allocated for each paper. So there will be a paper of 3 hours. All the, like, if you do 1 1 1, so it will be 3 hours in total, right? So if you see, each paper will be of 1 hour, and total phase 2 will be of 3 hours, and the total marks allocated to phase 2 is 300. Okay, one paper of 100, so 3 paper will be of 300. Now here is one catch over here. If you see the complete pattern of selection, you just have to clear phase 1, right? Then you will move to phase 2, right? And if you clear phase 2, then you will be called for interview. Now in IRDAI, your final selection, your final selection is based on the formula of 85 is to 15. 85 is to 15 basically means 85% of the final selection of the marks will be taken from the phase 2. Basically it means your final selection, if it is coming from 100 marks, let's assume, then 85 marks will be contributed from phase 2, and rest 15 will be taken from the interview, by which I mean your performance in interview also matters. Okay, so your final selection, in your final selection, 85% of the marks will be counted from phase 2, and 15% will be taken from phase 3. Okay, which is your interview. Those who are appearing in SEBI also has the same, I would say, kind of formula, so you will be able to understand in a better manner. But believe me, if you are not able to understand this particular formula, it doesn't matter, or it doesn't have that much of great importance. You just have to remember one single line: score as high as possible in phase 2 and in your interview. जितना हो सके उतना ज़्यादा स्कोर करो, definitely then your final selection chances will increase. This is specifically to phase 2 and interview, but in phase 1 you just have to qualify it, right? यहाँ पे आप जितना ज़्यादा स्कोर करते हो उससे फ़र्क नहीं पड़ता, क्योंकि ये फेज़ 1 है, ये क्वालिफाइंग है. बट फेज़ 2 और इंटरव्यू में आपको ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा स्कोर करना है, राइट? सो दिस इज़ व्हाट exactly the pattern of IRDAI Grade A exam is all about. Now we have done the eligibility, salary and pattern as well. Now we will discuss the syllabus, because Discussing the pattern is different thing. We also have to understand that what chapters which we have to do, right? So for syllabus, first let's start with phase 1. Okay, for phase 1, first we will discuss regarding quant. So this is your syllabus of quant. Like you can start with percentage, profit and loss, ratio, proportion. These are the basic chapters. And yes, if you are preparing for RBI phase 1, then your preparation regarding IRDAI phase 1 is automatically doing, because RBI phase 1 also has the same subjects, right? Quant, reasoning, English and GA. Same subjects are asked in IRDAI also. So if you prepare at RBI level, definitely your IRDAI level is also taken care of. Okay, and these are the priority sequences in which we will advise you to complete the chapter. First, start with basic chapters like simplification, number series, quadratic equation, percentages, ratios and proportion, data interpretation, profit and loss, and you can take the screenshot, and you will also get the PDF of this particular PPT on our Telegram channel. Okay, link to join Telegram channel is given in the description box below. Then comes your reasoning. In your reasoning, the syllabus is given on my left hand side. This is the syllabus which you have to follow. But if you want to take my view, then please follow the priority sequence which we have given for you. Okay, you can start with Solox, you can then go to direction sense, inequality, alphabetic and alphanumeric series, ranking, blood relation, arrangement, data sufficiency, and analytical reasoning. So if you do this much of stuff with good amount of confidence, with good amount of practice, you are well sorted for IRDAI Grade A phase 1 also. Okay, now let's come to English and current affairs. For English, this is your syllabus and this is how you have to do it. Synonyms, antonyms, idioms and phrases, spotting errors, reading comprehension is a must do. Do not leave this particular topic. Fill in the blanks, one word substitution, sentence correction. These are the topics which you have to do. And yes, current affairs, which is the most scoring part. 3 months is minimum, but what I will advise you is to follow for 4 to 5 months also. Okay, because 40 marks are dedicated to current affairs, and you will be able to score maximum if you increase your coverage up to 4 to 5 months. But 3 months is minimum. You have to do 3 months of current affairs. And yes, again, if you are doing for preparation for RBI, for NABARD, or for any other banking exams like SBI PO, you can have the same strategy followed over here as well. But you need to focus on some insurance related current affairs. Okay. So this is what the phase 1 syllabus of IRDAI Grade A exam is all about. Again, I repeat, if you are preparing for RBI, then definitely IRDAI preparation is going hand by hand. Okay, at least for phase 1. Okay, now let's come to the phase 2 syllabus. Phase 2 has 3 papers, right? English, ESI impacting insurance, and insurance and management. Okay, now each and every paper is a kind of a new challenge to you. Let's see how. First of all, we will discuss regarding paper number 2, which is your ESI impacting insurance. Okay. Now in ESI impacting insurance, these are the chapters which you have to do. Economic growth and insurance penetration, macroeconomic factors ensuring impacting insurance sector, then certain component of financial markets. Likewise, these are the chapters. And yes, please do the IRDAI annual report of the latest year and important schemes which are related to insurance, like Pradhan Mantri Ayushman Bharat Yojana, Pradhan Mantri, Jeevan Pradhan Mantri Ayushman Bharat Yojana is there, Pradhan Mantri Swasth Abhiyan Yojana is also there, and if you see Pradhan Mantri Kaushal Vikas Yojana, these are multiple good insurance schemes which you have to do. Okay, Pradhan Mantri Vyaya Vandana Yojana is also there. So multiple insurance schemes are there. Jeevan Jyoti Bima Yojana, Swasth Bima Yojana, and all those schemes you have to do in the insurance sector as well. Okay, so this is your ESI impacting insurance. Every chapter is a must do over here. Then comes your insurance and management, which is a paper number 3. Now, those who are preparing for RBI, you would have done certain part of management over there as well, or for SEBI as well, like chapters of communication, motivation, leadership, journal management, corporate governance, HRD, and performance appraisal. These are the chapters which we have already done in the RBI syllabus of management. So, if you have done it over there, definitely it's the same topic which you are covering it over here as well. Okay, but if you are starting from scratch, then these are the 6 chapters which you have to do for management. Okay, but the paper 3 is insurance and management. So you also have to do certain chapters of insurance, and in insurance these are the 8 chapters which you have to do, starting from principles, the history and the basics of insurance, then risk and uncertainty, legal foundation of insurance, intermediation in insurance, insurance lines and products, special insurance lines, GIC and obligatory sessions of India. Okay, so these are the chapters which you have to do for insurance and management. Last but not the least is your English. In English, If you want to practice, you can practice on essay, expansion of topic, comprehension. This comprehension is reading comprehension. Okay, precise and letter writing. Okay, expansion of topic basically means that they will give you one topic and now they will ask you to expand it in your own words. Okay, like India is moving on the correct path for achieving the tag of developed economy till 2047. So they have given you this line. Now you have to expand it. Okay, so these are the 5 topics on which you have to practice on. So this was related to the syllabus of IRDAI. Now we have discussed the salary, eligibility, pattern, and the syllabus itself. A holistic discussion is now over. Now, if you want to prepare with EduTap, then EduTap is having 2 special courses for dedicated to IRDAI. If you see, we are having IRDAI Grade A Gold and Silver packages. Okay, what's the difference between gold and silver? In gold, you will get phase 1 plus phase 2 plus interview preparation also. In IRDAI Grade A Silver course, you will only get phase 2 and your interview preparation. For more information, please visit our website edutab.co.in. You can also call us on this particular number from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. We will be happy to address all of your doubts. Okay. And if you want to prepare a dive along with some other exam like RBI, NABARD or SEBI, then we have combo courses also. Okay, so these are the combo courses. For more information, you can visit our website. And yes, before you purchase any course of EduTab, please ask for discount because EduTab runs multiple discounts. How to avail the discount? You can again call us on 81462 07241. Okay, so this was the complete video in which we have discussed all the details which are relevant for IRDAI Grade A Assistant Manager 2025. Thank you for watching it, and I hope you have got some points which will add value to your preparation. Thank you, Tata bye bye, and have a good day ahead.